Alright, well, it is Tuesday, May 19. I just got home from work and come out here into the woods, my go-to place close to my house to shoot these videos. A couple of days ago, I told you that I was going to go back down to southeast Oklahoma to Mark has the Livewire YouTube channel, down to his place and look around, because he had been reporting he had a lot of activity going on around there in the last few days. So this video right now, or what I'm doing right now, is an introduction to the video that you're about to see. Because when I got there on Sunday evening, I shot the last video in the earlier part of the day, Sunday in the morning actually. Got out to Mark's place about 5:30, somewhere in there, and we went hiking around in the woods, looking around to see what we could find. Out behind his folks' house is where he was hearing these vocalizations and sounds of something walking around. He said a bipedal footsteps, what he noticed, and so we went and looked around there, and actually that's where I made this cast of a footprint that we found there. And it wasn't just one footprint, there were several, but it was thick leaf litter, and it's very hard to find anything worthy to cast in leaf litter like that. It's a spongy earth under it, and this was the only one of the prints that we could even get a decent cast out of. There's not a great deal of detail in it, but you can certainly tell what it is. There's some detail of the toes up here, and also the dip behind the toes where it gripped as it walked forward, and there's a clear path where this creature had passed as it went behind his folks' house there where he was hearing it. So we had a good deal of evidence there. The video that you're about to see, actually this will be attached to it, so it'll follow right after I get through talking here. We'll show me videoing as we find the footprint and cast it. Now anytime you cast something in the leaf litter, just giving you guys kind of a analogy of how this worked out, is you will notice indentions in the leaves where something had walked, and to tell what it is, you've got to kind of gently remove the leaves from the indentation. Sometimes you pick it up and it's nothing but where an armadillo had been digging around. Sometimes, as we were fortunate enough to do here, we found this large humanoid footprint. And measurement of it is 14 inches long and it's 6 inches wide here at the ball of the foot. So that's what this video is about. It is showing us as we find it and as we prepare it and cast it. And I had a request on a previous video that I made where I mentioned a cast of a track. I had a lady had asked that it would be neat if you made a video of you casting a track, and yeah, and it is, but you can't just walk out and there always be a track out. Matter of fact, finding a track even worthy to cast, or tracks at all, is a rare thing. And here I was fortunate enough to get out to his place within a short amount of time after he had heard this activity and these vocalizations, and found this and other tracks. Like I said, this one was the only one that was really worthy of casting. So that being said, I'm going to turn this part of the video off, and I will have the other part attached onto it after this. I hope you enjoy it. Hope it's informative, and as always, thank you for watching. And if you have any Bigfoot activity or sighting you would like to share or have shared on this channel, just send me an email to bigfootandmore@yahoo.com. That's bigfootandmore@yahoo.com. If you want me to share it, I will. If you don't want me to, just say don't and I won't, as always. So hope you enjoy this video, and everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Until next time. Here's the possible tracks. Not big, but it's the right shape. It's impressed into the ground. beside my foot. That'd be a juvenile if that's indeed what it is. And right up here, there's a broken branch, like it might have stepped on it. You might have stepped on it and broke it. So, this right here is where Mark was hearing the vocalizations and such here just the other night. So, anyway. About the size of some of them others we were finding the other day. I may come back and try to cast that and see if we can. Okay, so I've got the plaster mixed here. So I just used an old Folgers coffee can, and this is the plaster I got. It got at Hobby Lobby. You can get anywhere as Hobby Lobby. Here's the tracks, so we're going to see how this works out here. I may have to I need more. Nothing worse than starting to pour it and you don't have quite enough. It's kind of hard to add some more to it after you do that. This is a new kind of, this is called Perfect Cast. It says 5 times stronger than the other plaster. I like that because I've cast a large track before just to have it break on me. Okay, see what we got here. I might need some more. It's a pretty deep print. That's a good print, really, for being in the leaf litter like it is. It's hard to find castable tracks in leaf litter because they tend to not be very defined. And this is actually pretty good considering it's right where Mark had heard the vocalizations and stuff behind his parents' house here the other night. Get a good cast here and see how this works out. Get this done. While it's hardening, we're going to go and scope out the rest of his property here and see if we can find anything else. All right, here goes. There's some toe definition, which is really good. So, like I said, there's a lady that commented on one of my videos that said to demonstrate casting a track. We're fortunate enough to find one here. And I think this is going to make a pretty good one. All right, so there you have it. So, what we're going to do now, I'm going to turn that camera off. We're going to go take a walk around, see what else we can find. Come back in a minute and pull it out of the ground. Let's see. I think it's going to make a pretty good cast. Still a little bit doughy, so we'll give it another 30 minutes or so, and then I'll come back and we'll extract it from the ground. I'm pretty excited about it. It's right where Marcus heard the vocalizations a few nights ago, and it's a good sized track. We'll come back in a minute. All right, now We've let this dry in the ground for about 45 minutes, so we're going to try to take this cast out of the ground. You see, that's pretty good sized track. So when you take a cast out of the ground, this is for the benefit of the folks that asked me to cast a track, and was fortunate enough to find one. Kind of go under it here, so you try your best not to tear it up. You don't want to break it. This is going to come right out of the ground. And that has roots. That's actually still a little bit warm on the bottom, so we're going to let that set a little bit longer. Now it's all right. See, it's got all those roots in it. Yeah, that actually, look there, you see the toes, Mark.
Yeah, you see the toes right there.
1, 2, 3.
You see the toes right there?
You see, yeah, and we let this. Yeah, this is pretty good for finding one in leaf litter that was deep enough and pressed into the ground under it. Is very fortunate. I was talking to a fellow the other night about that, finding something worth casting in the leaves that you could actually get down to. So yeah, this was fortunate. So there you go, and I will later on, we'll clean all the dirt off of it here and see what kind of detail that we've got in it. So there you go. We'll measure that and see how long it is and such.